Conoce Business Voices. Chair Kevin Barber. Vice Chairs David Kaufmann. Este espacio es posible gracias a nuestros sponsor y media partner.
Hello, my name is David Kaufmann, and I am the BNI Foundation Vice Chair. What is Business Voices? Business Voices is the boots on the ground. It's our members helping children. It's you and your chapter members getting involved and solving the needs in your local community. Business Voices is a movement. It's you understanding the issues facing your local children and getting involved. Have you ever helped a child? If so, raise your hand. If you've raised your hand, you have a story and you are in someone's story. What is a Business Voices team? Well, there are three types of Business Voices teams. There are regional teams made up of members from across your region. There are chapter teams, which are made up of members of an individual chapter. And there are multi-chapter teams made up of individuals from multiple chapters across your region. Who should you help? First, think about where you can do the most good. Is it helping a teacher, a school, a shelter, maybe a library? Be sure that you go to them and ask them what they need. Oftentimes, it's not what you think. Let's talk about some of the activities that happened around the world this year and last. The BNI Win-Win chapter in Vietnam supplied over 600 gifts, school supplies, food, shampoo. The United States Business Voices teams in 2019 did over 100 projects. In 2020, we hope to surpass that. We did career days and fairs, school supply drives, backpack drives, student mentoring, and many other projects. Japan Business Voices teams did career days, they did presentations in local elementary schools, they taught children about growing ancient rice, and they even did presentations on how to build and launch rockets. Italy Business Voices did over 80 projects in 2019, and again, should surpass that in 2020. The picture here is of their conference where they had over 500 members attend the Business Voices conference. Taiwan-China Business Voices teams created a fund to help the local children. They supplied food to keep the children in school. They also do a project where they work with children with special needs. We created something called Givers Gain in Action in 2019, where we were in Warsaw and we found a local library. All of us brought books to support their library, and we even got our hands dirty and painted the library. Let's talk about Givers Gains grants. Building Block School in India has received a number of grants where we help pay for the tuition of the local children. Mentor International in Sweden received a grant where they took the money to help refugee children coming into the country. Lend a Hand Uganda used the grant to supply lunch to keep the kids in school. The BNI Foundation Business Voices projects. What if you're supporting children, but you do not call your efforts Business Voices? That's okay. We want to hear your stories. You can email them to us. You can use the quick links. You can post your stories on bnifoundation.org. We want to get you the recognition you deserve. Remember, this is your foundation. Join the movement. Take the next steps, get involved, because the children of today are the business people of tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Kevin Barber, Chairman of the BNI Foundation. Some of you probably already know, but some of you probably didn't, that there is a BNI Foundation. It was founded in the United States in 1998, which means already almost 22 years of serving children in education. And who founded it? Well, of course, none other than Dr. Ivan Meissner and his beautiful wife, Elizabeth, who tragically passed away 3 weeks ago. In that time, over $3.5 million has been donated to local communities in support of children, with the equivalent of a further $2.5 million being raised by Business Voices teams. Other formal BNI foundations have been in existence in Japan, Canada, France, and Germany for several years. Australia, the UK, and Spain launched in 2019, Vietnam earlier this year, and India and Belgium are scheduled to be announced very, very soon. That is what the BNI Foundation is formally. But in reality, it is a movement, a mindset, supporting children and their education in local communities around the world. You know, whenever I talk about the BNI Foundation, I see that look in people's eyes. They go, oh no, this is where he starts asking us for money. But BNI is a marketing program. We join to get more business, to earn more, to grow our businesses, to become more successful, not to give away our hard-earned cash. If we want to do that, if we feel our corporate social responsibility activities calling us, there are enough alternatives, be it local, national, or international. We don't need BNI for that. But every solid structure needs a strong foundation. And in recent years, I've been looking at this from a different perspective, as I see more and more countries around the world starting to get involved. I've looked at it in a way which might at first seem strange in an organization which lives by givers gain. I've looked at it namely from the perspective of what's in it for us, what's in it for our members, what's in it for our chapters, what's in it for our region. The mission of the BNI Foundation is children and education. Children make up more than 20% of our population, but they are 100% of our future. As adults, they will become our customers, our suppliers, our employees, our doctors, our public servants, our politicians, our neighbors, and much more. You may well, in future, establish the BNI Foundation Argentina to receive donations and distribute grants in your country. But now is not the time to ask for money. And anyway, the BNI Foundation is not just about cash. It is a movement. It's a mindset in an organization which unifies 270,000 entrepreneurs around the world, all living givers gain as a core value and constantly asking the question, how can I help you? So what is in it for us? It gives us new contacts. Getting involved in the BNI Foundation gives us new contacts. It increases our reputation. It increases our retention. It brings us new members, new staff, and it brings us more business. The BNI Foundation has two main areas of focus. Givers gain grants, donations, but before money can go out, money has to come in. And the Business Voices program. The Business Voices program does not require donations, but it focuses on how BNI members, directors and chapters can use their time, talent and knowledge and experience to help children in the communities in which they live and work. Business Voices projects normally involve a local school or another institution, a program dedicated to improving the lives of disadvantaged young people or those who are at risk. The first step is to identify the institution, to ask, what do you need? What problems are you facing? What might we be able to help you address? Typical Business Voices activities are, for example, renovating a building or supplying equipment or services for which there is no budget, providing career advice, work experience opportunities, mentoring. These are the things that young people tell us they need. And these young people, but above all their parents, will remember that it was BNI members who helped. As adults, we like to give business to people who have helped us. And nowadays, more and more young people want to work for employers who have a social conscience too. You know, at BNI, I've learned so much about the importance of having core values and how working together with others, helping and supporting each other with open arms, not elbows out, is much more important and more successful than going through this fighting off everybody mentality. But even though none of this is rocket science, I didn't realize the impact it can have on our success and the quality of our lives until I joined BNI at the age of 47. I just wish I had learned all these things when I was much younger. But they don't teach this stuff at school. They don't teach it in colleges, which is why we at BNI need to take every chance we have to share it with young people. As business owners, when we invest business time, business resources, and business money in something, we should be looking for a business return. The answer to the question, what's in it for us? And in working with the B&I Foundation, this means three things. It means one, we have a warm feeling in our heart. Two, we have visibility in the press and in social media. And three, we expand our network to meet interesting new people who we would never otherwise have become connected with. So in BNI Argentina, we are now proud to announce the launch of the Business Voices program as part of the movement, which is the BNI Foundation. Our hope is that every BNI chapter will, within the next 12 months, identify a Business Voices project in its local community, which it can support. And for an idea what that can mean for you specifically, I will now hand over to my Vice Chairman of the BNI Foundation Worldwide, my friend and Mr. Business Voices, David Kaufmann. Thank you.